And now look at this! Oh my lord! So many orbs! Imagine this. You're level 8, you're at day 47, you haven't even defeated the first boss in the game, and yet, you have a stash stacked with Orb of All Seeings. Can you imagine that? I can't imagine that because I've already done it. Hahaha. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. How are you this fine day, eh? Welcome back to the wonderful world of 𝘠𝘠𝘴. Today in this video, we're gonna do something different. We're gonna be playing the game in a way that I'm 100% sure the developer totally did not intend us to. Yes, that's right. We're gonna be cheating our way to power through game exploits.
But chicken, exploiting a mobile game, is that even possible?
Of course it is. If people in real life can exploit children into forced labor, why not mobile games?
But why?
Indeed. The question is, why? When you can just download one of those hacked APKs off the internet for free, and hope it's not a virus. Well, newsflash, if you're one of those plebs who downloads hacked APKs because you're having a difficult time playing games, well, that's a sign that you just failed in life. Everyone knows that exploiting is the only way to properly cheat and cheese in a game like a gentleman. Now enough fooling around and let's dive into the wonderful world of 𝘠𝘠𝘴 and let the cheeky exploiting begin. So for this exploit, you can do this at any point in the game, meaning either you're a 𝘠𝘠𝘴 veteran or even if you're a noob that's just starting out in the game, this exploit can be done. And to prove exactly that, we're gonna make ourselves a new character. Our character slots are looking rather full at the moment, so we're gonna have to free up some space, if you know what I mean. So I'm afraid we're gonna have to say goodbye to our character Mr. Hick over here. I know, it's been quite a journey for us and Mr. Hick, but we have to say goodbye to him for now. So off he goes to a better place. But don't worry, he'll be back soon in the near future. For this video, as usual, we're gonna be playing on normal difficulty settings. Except for the event frequency, of course. We are always going to set our event frequency to more, because more events are always better. Take note that you can do this exploit on any difficulty setting. It doesn't matter whether you're playing on Classic or on Nightmare. Naturally, we're going to give our character a name, and he will be the legendary 𝘰𝘠𝘪𝘴. Oh yes, the one and only Mr. Hass. So 𝘰𝘠𝘪𝘴 comes from a very rich family of merchants. After his business of selling crack, otherwise known as soma, went bankrupt, he was outcasted and exiled from his home, the country of 𝘬𝘠𝘵𝘗𝑚ofos. Now, he wants to start up a new business in Ashbourne and amass a ton of wealth. And we, ladies and gentlemen, are gonna be helping him make his dreams come true. Since he comes from a family of merchants, naturally, his background is going to be none other than the best background in the entire game. And that background is of course, aristocrat. And he will be accompanied by the same companion that accompanied Mr. Hick in his adventures. And that is none other than Frogchan. Now that we're done creating our character, let us now begin the adventures of Mr. Hass. So the goal for today's video is to amass wealth for Mr. Hass. Lots and lots of gold should be earned by the end of this video. So let's start the grind. Since we took aristocrat as our character background, we have an extra 300 gold to our starting money. And with this, we can take 2 skills or 2 spells or one of each on day 1. So naturally, I'll be getting Dark Pact for our first spell and Flurry for our first skill. And with the remaining money that we have, we're going to buy us some potions from the shop. Alright, we're set and ready to go on our first dungeon crawl. In order for us to amass massive amounts of wealth for Mr. Hass, we first need to find something valuable, something very expensive when sold, preferably a black pearl or a dark essence. What are we gonna do with these items, you ask? Well, we are gonna do something very lovely with them. So I'm just gonna go ahead and skip until we find ourselves something expensive. Alright, So we just found a diamond. This small shiny rock that we just picked up off the ground will give us 60 gold when sold, thus making it a valuable and an expensive item. Now that we have an expensive item on our hands, next we need ingredients. It doesn't matter whatever ingredients you get as long as you can craft an item with them in the boiling cauldron. For example, marigold and ginkgo leaves. They make health potions when combined. Both ingredients are also cheap to buy, so we are going to get just those. Okay, now that we have the items we need, let's head on over to the boiling cauldron so we can finally begin breaking the game. Oh yes! So we're just gonna put our ingredients on there and then... Okay, this may not look like something that will help us amass massive amounts of wealth, but trust me, it will. So what is this abomination that we just created? This, ladies and gentlemen, is the legendary error item. What does it do? Well, unfortunately, it does nothing. But it does something. What can we do with it? Well, sadly, we can't do anything with it. We can't sell it, we can't stash it, hell, we can't even select the damn thing. The error item is just sitting there blocking us from ever selecting the items beneath it or next to it. It uses up inventory space and it is being very useless to us. But it's not entirely useless as we can do very magical things with it. So now that we have this useless but not entirely useless error item, we are going to open up the main menu, select play, and then select our character.
But chicken, doing that doesn't change anything.
Well, that's what you think. But when we check our inventory, you'll notice that something has changed. The error item seems to have disappeared, And for some magical reason, we have an extra diamond in its place, Yes, ladies and gentlemen, what you just witnessed is a duplication exploit. Basically, if you want to make this work, you first need 2 ingredients that you can craft a new item with, like what I did with the ginkgo leaf and marigold. And then, you need to have the item you want to duplicate at the bottom of your inventory. You can duplicate any item you want, may it be a potion, an equipment, or in my case, a diamond, as long as the item is at the bottom of your inventory. Once you have everything you need, head on to the boiling cauldron, put the ingredients in, and then tap the craft button as well as one of the ingredients at the same time. You have to tap both at the same time. If you are successful, you should see the error item appear in your inventory. Once successful and the error item is present, go back, open up the main menu, tap play, and then select the same character you're playing. That's it. And now we have 3 diamonds. One of them we just picked up off the ground, and 2 of them just magically appeared out of thin air. What are we gonna do with them? Well, sell them of course, but we won't be selling all of them. We need to keep at least 1 so we can duplicate it again later. So we use up 2 marigolds in total. Why, you ask? If you still haven't noticed, the item or ingredient we tapped when making the error item gets saved while the other gets consumed. Since I tapped on ginkgo leaf on both the times we duplicated the diamond, that ingredient got saved and only the marigold got consumed. So in total, we only lost 2 marigolds.
Chicken, is it possible to save both ingredients, and at the same time, create the error item?
Yes it is. But, you will need to use 3 fingers instead of 2. You have to tap both the ingredients as well as tap the craft button all at the same time. I know that it sounds easy, but believe me, it's very difficult to pull off. Okay, so we use up 2 marigolds. Since we bought them from the shop, we spent 20 gold in total. We used those marigolds to duplicate the diamond twice, and diamonds cost 60 gold in the shop. If we sell both diamonds, that will yield us 120 gold. Now, minus that 20 gold that we spent to buy those marigolds, and we'll end up with 100 gold as profit. So ladies and gentlemen, you know where this is going. Okay, so it's day 47, I haven't even defeated the Prince of Thieves yet, and we're broke as f***. But look at this. So what I did with the diamond is that I combined it with steel ingot and made an orb of all seeing. The second orb you see here is freshly duplicated. Now, these orbs are very expensive. Compared to the diamonds that only cost 60 gold, each orb costs 75 gold, which makes them more valuable than diamonds. So what I've been doing all this time is that I've been duplicating the orbs like crazy. And now look at this! Oh my lord! So many orbs! Imagine this, you're level 8, you're at day 47, you haven't even defeated the first boss in the game, and yet, you have a stash stacked with Orb of All Seeings. Can you imagine that? I can't imagine that because I've already done it. Now, let's go and sell all but one of these orbs and see how much money we'll get from it. Well, that's all of them. We have just sold a total number of I'm too lazy to count orbs. And yes, I am very retarded as I have accidentally sold all of the orbs. Oh dear. Now we're gonna have to buy one back so we can duplicate it again later. So, we originally had only 20 gold. Now, we have 3,620 gold. So that means that we just have made 3,600 gold magically appear out of thin air. Minus 150 gold of course to buy back one of the orbs so we can duplicate it again. But still, we just made 3,600 gold in a single day. Can you get this much money on level 8 just by running dungeons? No, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot get 3,600 gold on character level 8 by running dungeons. Hell, you barely even get 1,000 gold by the time you reach Prince of Thieves. So sadly, no. But with exploits, yes. Now, can this be any better? Well, yes, ladies and gentlemen, it can. If only the game would give me a black pearl or a dark essence. You know, sometimes the game doesn't like me. Well, the game's RNG is designed to literally on you, so there's nothing I can do about it. But we have made 3,600 gold, and that's a lot of money right there. So I think it's safe to say that this video is a success. We have made lots and lots of money for Mr. Has. So this marks the end of this video. I thank you all for watching the video and for sticking with me till the end of this video, of course. Have a good day or night and see you guys in the next one.